Hello and welcome to your IELTS speaking test. My name is Oliver and I will be your examiner for today. Can I see your identification card, please?
Sure.
Thank you. What is your full name?
My full name is Vũ Cường.
And what would you like me to call you?
You may just call me Go.
Okay, thank you, Con. The test today will be in 3 parts. I will explain each before we begin. The first part, I will ask you some questions to get to know you better. Are you ready to begin?
Yes, I am.
Thank you. Do you live in a house or an apartment?
Currently, I'm living with my sister in an apartment. So we both came here to work and study. And living together has been really helpful because we can take care of one another.
Okay, thank you. What is the area surrounding your apartment like?
Well, my neighborhood is such a green space because living here is pretty like living inside a park, as many trees are planted around my neighborhood. And besides, within walking distance from my apartment, there's a beautiful lake where people can do exercise in the morning, so that's really great.
What has changed about the area surrounding your apartment?
I think during the last 2 years, a lot of unsettling changes have taken place in my neighborhood. Quite a few high-rise buildings have been put up, and this has led to many consequences, like the worsening congestion of my neighborhood.
Okay, what changes do you think your neighborhood needs?
Well, I think what my neighborhood is really in need of right now is a new spacious parking lot, because due to the lack of parking space, a lot of cars have been parked along the road, taking up the space for traffic, and it has worsened the congestion in my neighborhood. So I think that would be very great if a new parking lot would be allocated in the adjacent area, not inside my neighborhood, so we can solve this problem.
Okay, good. What is your favorite room in your apartment?
Speaking of my favorite room in my apartment, I think that must be the living room. That's my comfort zone in the apartment, where I can let my hair down, lying on the sofa watching my favorite soap opera on television. I think that's just the very perfect place to be a couch potato after a lengthy 9-to-5 working day.
Okay, good, thank you. How do you think your room could be improved?
To be honest, I'm quite put off with the fact that my room is a bit narrow. So, much as I want to, I couldn't change the limited space of my room. But I think this could be improved by decreasing the size of my bed and my wardrobe, which are now too big in comparison with the confined space in my room. So hopefully in the future, I would like to replace these with new ones, which are smaller.
We will now move on to part 2 of the test. In this section, you will be given 1 minute to plan your answer. You may use this paper. I will then give you 1 or 2 minutes to deliver your response. I would like you to describe a historical period you'd like to know more about. Your time begins now. You now have up to 2 minutes to deliver your response. I will stop you when your time is up. Do not worry if I interrupt you.
Okay. So I'm going to talk about the Chinese domination of Vietnam, which is an important chapter in the Chronicles of Vietnam history. So this period commenced when Vietnam succumbed to the invasion of China, and it didn't culminate until 938, when our king Vũ Cường put an end to this lengthy period of over 1,000 years of Chinese colonization of Vietnam, when he defeated the Southern Han dynasty in Mekong battle. And his triumph had marked the threshold for a period of sustained sovereignty later on for our nation. And before Mobile, there had been many other uprisings throughout this period, including those led by Chung sisters, Lady Chiu, or Lý Nam Đế, to name but a few. And these are all Vietnamese national heroes. Their victories were only short-lived, but they bear testimony to the sense of resilience and the sense of freedom and independence of Vietnamese people. And from the stories that have been told through many generations, I learned that our ancestors had managed to uphold many Vietnamese ancient cultural traits, and this is an invaluable lesson for me. So, and besides, this era is also particularly intriguing to me because it partly explains the reason why Vietnamese culture and Chinese culture are so similar, and that also explains the similarities between that of other Chinese neighbors such as Korea or Taiwan or Japan. So I'm very interested in that.
Okay, thank you.